Good evening and welcome. We on Bazaar from time to time interpret for different members of our audience. Well, we've received quite a few letters from short people who are not really interested in our show. So the following opening segment will be interpreted for the disinterested short. Good evening and welcome to tonight's Bazaar show. We have a great show planned for you with lots of laughs. I'll be doing some impressions. I'll be attempting some difficult physical comedy. And we'll be trying to give you that unexpected little twist. So all you disinterested short people stay tuned for fun, merriment, and some tits and ass.
Did you say tits and ass?
Yes, I did.
I'm interested.
Watch the bag. I missed it.
Recently, because of the increasing number of sports injuries, the International Sports Federation Foundation has commissioned Dr. Werner von Kievis, noted athletic equipment specialist, to solve some of these problems. We are pleased to have our Bazaar cameras in Dr. von Kievis's laboratory, and hopefully we can speak to him for just a moment. Dr. von Kievis, welcome to Bazaar.
Thank you very much. The reason I am here tonight is to acquaint the public with some of my new incredible sports protective equipment.
Well, let's start with football. What's the worst thing that can happen to you in football?
Betting money on the LA Rams. Sorry, that's a bad joke. Well, it must have been a good one.
Now, have you
but
come
not
up...
as bad as the team is a stinking team. They play backwards.
Sir? Have you come up with any new football equipment?
I'm glad you asked that. I've come up with the new Von Kievis protective helmet. It totally protects your whole face. Down to about here. Now, this helmet is safe, this helmet is strong, and most of all, this helmet is hot. One problem with this helmet. You have to brush after every play because your breath can kill you. I must have eaten a dead sheep for lunch.
What other equipment have you invented?
All the way to the broadcast booth. What was that?
I say, sir, what other equipment have you invented?
You want funny equipment more this football shit.
How about tennis?
How about what?
Tennis.
Tennis, good! The most important thing in preventing injuries in tennis is using the proper racket. Now, when you're little, you should use this little racket. This is called a Joan McEnroe. It's small, it hits real hard, it's light, it's perfect for the little guy. When you get a little bigger, you use the Jimmy Carter's racket. Just a little bigger, heavier, and made of steel. And when you're a grown man, you use this racket made from iron and wood. It's strong, durable, pretty heavy, and it's known as the Bornborg racket. Now, last but not least, this here one. It weighs 72 pounds, is made from granite and steel. This racket is for the killer. You know, the player with muscles on top of muscles, chest hairs that come through the T-shirt, the player who never shaves before a match. Of course, this racket is known as the Martina Navratilova racket. I'm sorry, Martina, but after the football helmet joke, I had to go to the big one.
Now, what about boxing?
The most important thing in boxing is for the trainer to know when to stop the fight. That's why I put out this book, Questions to Ask Your Fighter. Where the hell's the book? Right there. Questions to ask the fighter. Did I have to show it? You don't believe me anyway. What the hell? When your fighter comes stumbling back to the corner, you should ask him his name. If he gets that right, ask him his address. If he gets that, ask him who his favorite television performer is. If he says Alan Thicke, send him back out and let the other guy beat the crap out of him.
All right, sir. How about baseball?
Baseball, yes. The most important man to protect on the baseball team is the catcher. That's why I designed these special mitts for the great catcher, Gary Carter of the Montreal Expos. There's Guy. Now, hi, fella. How you doing? First, this mitt is little and enables Carter to hold on to the fastball. Yeah. Now, this mitt is a little bigger and it enables Carter to hold on to the curveball. Yeah, there it was right. This mitt is even bigger and enables Carter to hold on to the knuckleball. Knuckle coming right at you. And this, where the hell is it? This one here. Maybe I did it for Gary Carter to hold on to his money. Just.
Sir, what is the most important piece of equipment in all sports?
Hands down, it's the athletic supporter. And if you put your hands down, you won't need an athletic supporter. Hands down, it is the athletic supporter. And I've invented a slightly different one for each and every sport. This one is for swimming. See? It's small and sleek. You go through the water, whee, like that. This one's called the Mark Spitz model. Remember that when you go to the sports store, because nobody remembers Mark Spitz. What the hell's the difference? Now, this one is for football. A little cup in there protects you from the contact, yet allows you to run like the wind. Whee, like that. Now, this is the OJ model. Wah-wah! This one here is for ice hockey. A little bigger to protect you from the puck and occasional stick. I call this one the Rain Gretzky. The Rain Gretzky. What the hell's the difference with that? And last but not least, this one here. Look out, mama. Here I come, right there. This one is to be used by the real macho animal. This is for an athlete who's not afraid of contact, a person who likes to mix it up with the animals, who likes to spit, swell, and a real blood and guts individual. I call this the Martina Navratilova model. Martina, I told you, hold on to your balls. What's the matter?
Crazy. Sir, what about children?
Children with Martina Navratilova? You gotta be sick somewhere in the skull, baby.
Dr. Von Kievis, could you give us some advice on how we should protect our children where sports are concerned?
Oh, I love to give this advice. It's very important. It's easy. When the kids play baseball, don't let them throw the curveball because it could mess up their arm, twist or break it. If they play football, make them play touch football because tackle can ruin their little bodies. If they play baseball, tape up their ankles because it could ruin their legs. And most important, don't let them watch the bizarre show. It could ruin their minds. Wait a minute. Hold it. Obviously, you people don't believe in that kind of crap. What? Cosell, I have to go down to the basement to get this. I have designed a special bowling ball for Howard Cosell. This is the one-finger ball, and this is for you, Howard, right there.
Earlier this year, we at Bazaar saluted the only successful 24 hours round-the-clock news network, the World News Cable Network. And we watched as they broke a record for being on the air for 5 years straight. Unfortunately, their ratings have since dropped. And if they're unable to pick them up, this could be their last broadcast. Our Bazaar cameras are here to see what happens. Take it away, World News Channel.
Bacon, eggs, coffee.
What?
Good evening, Harry Cronko with the Cracked All World News team. And I just want to say before we start tonight's show that there are rumors that our ratings have dropped severely and we might be replaced. Well, I want you people to know that if we are replaced, we'll go as a team. We're not about to start pointing fingers and blaming one another. We care too much. We love each other too much for that. Now, I'm choking up a little bit here, Barbara. Why don't you lead with the first story today?
You're the anchor, you lead. All I have is the stupid tidbit you gave me about Jane Fonda opening up a nuclear workout center.
You know, Barbara, I never told you this before, but your voice bothers me. So why don't you just shut the fuck up, okay?
Why don't you make me, faggot?
There's a mosquito in the studio, and it's landed on your face. We'll get back to Barbara in a moment. But while we're waiting, why don't we switch over to our crack sports reporter, Stu Birnbaum. Stu, what do you have for us tonight? I hope it's not one of those same old millionaire pro athlete who's been caught snorting cocaine bullshit stories you've had. The past 5 years you've been giving us that stuff.
No, it's not that, Harry. We have a very happy story tonight. Canadian long-distance marathon champion Wilbur Grosny won the New York Marathon in a record time, 2 hours and 6 minutes. Congratulations, Wilbur. Back to you, Harry.
You mean that's it? A sports story that just deals with running and winning?
That's right.
That's terrific. Well, further in the news, we're going to find out later. What's the uh-oh?
This just came across the wire. While standing on the platform accepting his trophy for winning the New York Marathon, Canadian Wilbur Grosny was run over by a car driven by all-pro millionaire running back Boom Boom Budgel. Budgel claims he didn't see Grosny because he had spilled some of his cocaine on his lap. And at the time of the accident, he was trying to snort his shorts. Back to you, Harry.
Thank you. Incidentally, today is a special day. We're going to have a contest where you people write in, and if you answer our question correctly, we'll give you some money. It's my very own idea, and I think maybe it might just pick up our ratings a bit.
Why don't you try to be almost professional and forget about the ratings? Just stick to the news.
You know, I didn't get that mosquito. Today's lucky question. How many teeth will newswoman Barbara Paulette lose before the show's over? Speaking of closing a show, what better way than to bring in our resident critic, Gene Shaller?
I hated it. It was awful. I gave it a 2. It was terrible.
Don't you ever have anything nice to say about anybody or anything?
Of course I do. Woody Allen. Woody Allen is the most brilliant human being on the face of the earth. The man cannot make a mistake. He is the one element of a critic's life that makes it worthwhile. His movie, Zelig, is the most unbelievably creative piece of celluloid that these eyes have ever seen. I want to stake my creative integrity and my reputation on that wonderful work of art. I guarantee you'll be enthralled by Zelig. See it. You'll love it. It's an 11 out of a possible 10.
I saw Zelig. It was an arty piece of black and white bullshit. A couple of amusing moments. I fell asleep before the ending.
Oh, I didn't actually see the movie. Woody Allen's publicity man assured me it was brilliant.
Thanks, Gene, for another enlightening review. No, I I don't know what we'd do without you. And one more thing, you know. Normally, only your best friends would tell you if you have bad breath. But I hate you. And it still smells like you've swallowed a sheep. Talk about your human hamper. Well, we're running out of time for this segment, so let's take a quick look at the weather.
Well, I'd love to, Harry. But before I get to that, I'd just like to say that Melissa and Alan Thickenberg are celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary. Now, what's remarkable about this is that Melissa's 72 years old, and she just gave birth to their first child in Raleigh, North Dakota.
What the hell does a 72-year-old woman giving birth have to do with the weather?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked that. Let's take a look at our map. Now, when the blessed event took place, the screams were so loud that it caused a 6.4 earthquake.
Melissa was in that much pain?
No, that was Alan screaming. He just thought Melissa was overweight all these years.
Willard, could I see you for a moment?
Sure.
Willard, if there's one reason our ratings are in the toilet, it's you. Why don't you forget the human interest story and stick to the fucking weather?
Sure, if you feel that way.
We do. And another thing, I can't stand looking at this any longer.
Ow! This you could have asked. Could have been real, you know. Up in the Adirondacks.
We don't have time, Willard. Well, there you have it, our last broadcast. And as I said at the top of the show, we're a team, and that's how we'll go.
Yeah.
We're all experts in our field, and we work together so well that I, as head of this news team, I would never allow an amateur to fill in for any of our people here.
I have one final story. The Nielsen rating system has said that sports commentator Stu Birnbaum is so boring, he is mainly responsible for the low ratings in all world news. And if he were gone, the ratings might pick up and jobs might be saved.
Ratings might pick up, jobs might be saved. Marvin, have that little pistol. I'm going to get that mosquito tonight if it's the last thing I do before we're put off whatever. Here we are. Tune in next hour to Our World News when you'll hear our new sports commentator, Gene Shallow, say...
Woody Allen went 4 for 4 and the Yankees win.
Letter we received from an Amanda Fritz. It's a... Oh. Can't find it. Anyway, I'll try to remember. Amanda said something like, "Dear John, I love your show. The comedy is great, but what I really love is when you let the cast members come out in the good nights for a birthday or something." So, I wish I had the letter. She stated it so well. Oh, well. The reason I bring up the letter is that Tom Harvey, one of our cast members, has been bugging us all for 4 years now to come out and do this thing on the bagpipes. He wants to play the bagpipes on the show, so we got a few seconds here. Come on out here, Tom. Tom Harvey, ladies and gentlemen. They really look great on you. What are you going to play?
Well, whatever you like. Amazing Grace?
Amazing choice.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you.
John, can you hear me? This is Bob. I found Amanda's letter. It was in your dressing room. It says, "Dear John, I am a bizarre fanatic. I love your show. It keeps me in stitches, and it also has a beautiful human quality to it. Very few shows on television allow the audience at home to really get to know the performers. Sure, we get to know the star, but usually the star is too big to allow his fellow cast members to show their real personalities. You and your show are an exception. You treat your fellow performers with dignity, and you don't appear to be worried one bit whether they share the limelight with you or even take it away altogether. Keep up the funny, fantastic, humanistic work. A fan for life, Amanda Fritz.
Something else?
That's great.
Really great.
Tom Harvey, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, everybody. Good night, Tom.